I'm Heather from here booktubes, and today is Meet Cutes. I do a lot of romance recommendation videos, and this one has been on my radar for a while. Specifically, Bree from 11 Words did this video months and months and months ago. I was like, I could definitely do that. As I was doing this list, and if you're familiar with my channel, you will already know this, I love violent meet cutes. And you might think that violent and cute would cross each other out, but that is simply not true. So these are some of my favorites. Thank you to Bree for the idea. I've been holding on to it. It's been on my list and I am happy to finally do it. As I was doing this, I was like, wow, I have so many, so I can definitely do this again. First one is I Think I Might Love You, which is Love Sisters #1 by Christina C. Jones. This is one of my all-time favorite meet cutes. Is it violent? Yes. Is it hilarious? Yes. Was I entertained from start to finish? Absolutely. This book is a true rom-com. If you do not laugh, then your sense of humor is broken. It is not the same as mine because I thought this book was hysterical. So we have a girl who's having a very bad night. She found out her boyfriend is married and she did a bunch of things and now she's drunk. I think she's drunk, and she goes to her sister's apartment. Her sister is gone, but she has a key. So she goes in and there is a strange man there. And not just any man, this man is naked. And so she is like, I'm about to be assaulted. So she attacks him. And turns out that her sister was subletting the apartment and that man was just, you know, in his own apartment where he was supposed to be when he was accosted by a strange woman. Shenanigans don't stop there. He, over and over and over again, is a victim of her brand of chaos. He is doing his best to stay out of the way, to not get involved with her. He likes hot, crazy woman. He has a type. She is his type, and he's like, no, I cannot do this. We are done with this. Remember the last one? We are done with this. But she just keeps turning up, and honestly, some of the funniest scenes I've ever read are in this novella. It's truly hilarious, and their meeting is very memorable. Next, I have The Midwinter Mail Order Bride by Wilde. This one, you have a king who united several kingdoms, and unbeknownst to him, his counselors have been looking for a wife, and nobody wants to be his wife. But finally, they have a princess who has been sent. So he goes in to see her, and she is standing there threatening the life of people and declaring how she's going to kill him. She's gonna marry him and she's gonna kill him. And it's so funny because they drugged her to make her docile for the journey, and now her filter's gone. And she's just saying all this stuff right to his face. And he is like immediately in love with her. He's like, this is the woman. He's like, this is the perfect woman for me. But I want her to want to be with me, not just because of my position, but I want her to love me. So he's like, okay, I'm gonna take you back to your kingdom. And they go on the journey together and they fall in love on the journey. This is a fantasy romance novella. There are magical aspects and of course swords and cloaks and all that good stuff. But it is very humorous. And I love envisioning their meet cute in my mind. Next, I have Hot as Haze by Alisha Rai. So this is a Persephone. I know in my head it's Persephone, but I'm pretty sure it's Persephone. Doesn't matter. We're gonna say Persephone for the purposes of this video because I want to. And Hades retelling. I like several things about this, I should say. One, it's actual gods and goddesses. Two, his relationship with Zeus is not toxic, so you don't hate Zeus so much with him controlling everything. Three, Persephone is brown and it brings some much needed color to the story and to the gods and goddesses. I really liked how that worked out. And also their meet cute is so good because Hades is just lounging around in the underworld when this naked goddess falls into his lap. It is perfection. When I heard that, I was like, sold, and I picked it up immediately. And it was such a good novella. Really just one of my favorite retellings of Haze and Persephone ever. Next, I have Taking Meghan, which is Disciples number 5 by Izzy Sweet and Sean Moriarty. This is a mafia series, and I love this one so much because it has my favorite trope, which is stolen from the wedding. Sometimes when you have stolen from the wedding, they are already in love or they already had a relationship. It's a second chance romance. The hero is like, no, you're not gonna marry anybody but me. But this one, he crashes the wedding because that's what his group is doing. And he ends up right against the bride and she tries to shoot him. But he manages to make it out of that and he's like, I'm going to marry you. Never seen you before, but I'm going to marry you. This will be perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And he just got out of prison like that day or the day before. He's been in prison for 10 years for taking the fall for all the things that brought his leader to power. And his leader did eventually get him out, even though he should have been in prison for many lifetimes. So he marries her. She tries to kill him a couple different times. And they are such a great clashing dynamic. I really loved them so much, so much. I love a bride trying to kill people in her wedding dress. It's good stuff. Then I have Ace of Hearts, which is FU High number 1 by Ella Goode. This is, again, a novella. This is a high school romance. You have a football player who is switching schools his senior year of high school. He's a really good player, and he sees this girl in the mall, and he's just like, wow, she's kind, she's sweet, she's beautiful. And he goes home, and he tells his mom that he met his future wife. So cute and sweet. She is a straight A student who really has an issue with the football players in the school, and he is immediately like, don't judge me based on them, let me prove to you that's not how I act, that's not who I am. And they are so sweet together. This is honestly one of the just sweetest, cutest, low angst, low conflict novellas I've ever read. I liked the humor, I liked the way that they talked to each other and their banter, and it was super sweet. And I just loved that he was like, that's the girl. That is the girl for me. And I'm just gonna make sure that I'm good enough for her. I'm gonna win her. Then I have Catching Him, which is How to Catch an Alpha number 1 by Aurora Rose Reynolds. This one is, she moves into a new house. Her cat escapes. Her cat goes into her neighbor's house through an open window. So she has gone after her cat in like her underwear and nightshirt at night. It's dark. She climbs in the window and is met with a gun. And because he thinks it's an intruder, and obviously once he realizes that it's a hot woman without any weapons and there's an actual cat in his house, he is just immediately like, I want to know you. And she's like, yeah, nope, this is more embarrassing than I've ever been ever, so I hope I never see you again. Even though you're my next door neighbor. And it was such a cute meet cute. This is low angst, low conflict, kind of insta-lovey, but you get a lot of time of them being a couple. You get to see them going on dates and progressing and having the conversations, which is what I love. If you're here for the plot, this is not going to give you a lot of plot. This is going to give you a relationship between a couple, and that's pretty much what you're there for. I love that. That is my jam. That is my ish. Like, give that to me. And she does it very well. And this is one of my personal favorites that I've read from her. Then I have That Time I Got Drunk and Saved a Demon, which is Mead Mishaps number 1 by Kimberly Lemming. This one, you have a demon who is chasing this cinnamon farmer who is drunk. He's chasing her and he is trying to kill her. And she is trying to get away, but he's so much faster than she is. So she ends up blowing cinnamon in his face and running away. And she makes it to her farmhouse, all is well. The next day, the demon knocks on the door and is like, hey, everybody, you're gonna go on a quest with me or your little family that's staying here. I'm gonna kill them. So she goes on the quest with them and they go in a swamp and he acts like they're scary monsters, so she'll come over and cuddle him. It's very funny and humorous. They are trying to free the demons who have been enslaved in multiple ways. They do go to a city where the demons are enslaved and you see them being treated like slaves and they rescue them. The cinnamon farmer's goddess is actually not a goddess at all. She's actually the bad guy, and so she also has to kind of deal with the fact that her entire religion is not legit and they're actually oppressing the people that they're scared of. This is a fantasy romance novella. I love this series. The third one is coming out before this video does. They'll have just come out. I really enjoy the humor, the relationship, the steam, the fantasy setting. I just like all of it, to be honest. Like, I really like it, and I obviously love the diversity because I think that was the reason why I picked it up in the first place, plus the title and the cover. She does her own covers. And yeah, I just haven't been disappointed with these at all. Really, really enjoy them. Highly recommend if you want just really funny meetings, especially. So that's it. Those are some of my favorite meetings between the couples. I would love to have any recommendations of your favorite meet cutes. Let me know. Thanks so much for watching. Bye.